call it a love story, but this one has a twist. Man meets car and man falls in love. But it wasn't her looks that seduced him, because when Pramod Bhasin first laid eyes on her, this car was a piece of junk.
It all began in 1990, about 14 years back. The kabaddi who used to be associated with my business as a service station, he came to me and told me that there is a car, a Chevrolet car, which is lying in Jhansi under a tree for last 20 years, and he can bring it to Delhi for me if I would like to restore it. It was a total wreck, and the tires were missing, the body required a lot of work, and there were no seats, and there were quite a few parts of the engine which were missing. Yet I decided that okay, I will give it a try, and I paid 15,000 rupees to the kabaddi, and then began the story of restoration of this car.
Bhasin wasn't sure what he'd do with the junk on his hands. All he knew was that he had to try.
For first 2-3 months, I used to just go around the car and look at each and every aspect of the car, the denting, the woodwork, the upholstery work, the electricals, and the engine work. Then one day I decided to roll up my sleeves. The quest for parts took me to Jama Masjid, Kashmiri Gate, and a host of other places in Old Delhi. A lot of mechanics and experts who came and looked at the car told me to give up my ambition, yet I decided against it and carried on with my efforts.
Today, the Chevy's Bhasin's pride and joy. Inside, she's comfier than most modern cars. The dashboard's simple, and a huge speedo dominates it. There's leg space in plenty, and the back's big enough for a picnic. Outside, she's a stunner, with looks that make younger cars cry.
This car has been participating in Statesman Vintage Car Rally since 1996 and has won Brajendra Cup, Apollo Tyres Trophy, and Munishwar Chand Trophy. And last year, a rally held by the General Motors for vintage cars, this car was selected as the best vintage Chevrolet.
Bhasin doesn't take his baby out too much. The steering's heavy and he hardly gets 5 kilometers to a liter. Her 6-cylinder engine can still make the Chevy fly, but she'd never have made it without Bhasin's tender, loving care.
These cars are very simple to repair and maintain them, and anyone with a little bit of bent of mind towards this hobby can achieve it comfortably. They don't cost much. I bought this car for 20,000 rupees and spent another 50,000 rupees to bring it to this condition. The main problem arises out of non-availability of parts and trained people who can do this restoration work. Secondly, your own friends and relatives who think you have gone crazy in picking up a piece of junk, trying to bring it back to reality.
14 years of pain and trial, of time and money and love spent on a piece of junk. Was it worth it?
Having restored a piece of junk to a jewel, my feelings are that of a proud parent towards a good child. If I am given another life and another hobby to choose, I'll do this all over again.